War II again. Get some painting in. It's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I've done missed a couple days of my daily painting, which whiff city. Let's see what we got here. Just give me one second. I'm still messing with this restream thing. See if yeah, okay. Good. Trying to think. Let's see here. Stop, damn cat. Stop. Fuck. Pain in my butt. All right, guys. So yeah, thought I'd get some paint. Got a bunch of stuff done so far. Got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things. 12, 13 things painted. Pretty good for the month so far. I'm gonna work on some Nazi werewolves tonight. Stinking Nazi werewolves. That's it. These are gonna be minis from Coveted Forge. Or not Coveted Forge, KLT. Got that guy. Got this big guy, a little bit bigger than the other one. And then we got a female version of it. Female version. So there you go. There you go. Let me give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to need to plaster. Let me give me one. Need to plaster this link to a couple places real quick. I guess I could have done that before. But you know what? This is World War II. It's all pretty grindhouse. Or well, not grindhouse, but whatever. There's James. Let's see if James wants to come in here. Give me 1 second, guys. See if I can get James from JVC Paints to join us. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting a link to the live chat on Facebook. So there's a bunch of Weird War Weirdos on Facebook. We have a pretty big following there. And I'll probably do it on, what is it? Discord too. Whoops. Let me tell you, man, I'm still working on this laptop. You know, the laptop screen doesn't work anymore, right? And so I'm using another monitor, but then like the damn screen's all it's fucking weird. It's just weird. Fine, where the fuck is that? I thought I made a oh, there it is. All right. Let's see what we got here. Again, guys, I'm still messing with this thing here. Studio. Push the wrong shit. I've already been on 5 minutes. What the fuck? Done shit. Jeez. All right. So yeah, so we are just chisnilling. Trying to think how I got that. Again, guys, sorry. I know this is riveting. I'm about to jump into. I'm just going to my Discord real quick. Oh, we're going live. Man, my stuff is so slow. My internet, I don't know, man. We pay for high-speed internet, but I don't know if it's fucking high speed. To be honest with you, I don't know. You do what you can do, right? You do what you do. All right. Okay. So, I'm trying to find the damn. Where's this? Oh, there we go. What's this? I don't know why my camera's all fucking. There we go. Camera's all like. There we go. Fuzzy or something. Oh shit. My high tech shit that I don't have. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. So again, I'm gonna work on some German werewolves. I don't know. Should I make them German? I was thinking about. Well, yeah. I guess I'll make them German. I have some vampires. I think I was gonna make those like Romanian, because like Transylvanian shit. So I don't know. Justin, what's up, dude? Hey man, join the. You guys can join the chat if you want. Hold on a second. Let me get that link. Let's see what we got here. Find that. I just had it. Invite. Hold on a second. If you want to jump in, here we go. The link is going to be in the. What the fuck? Hold on. God damn it. It's weird. My laptop when it sits on my game table or my hobby table, it's like the mouse like jitters. What the so it's like next to impossible to. I don't know if it's because it is one of those cheap, there's one of those cheap plastic, kind of like banquet tables or whatever. But okay, just I'm gonna throw that link up here now in the chat if you want to join. But yeah, I don't know it's weird. I don't know if it's like a vibration of the machine, like because it's probably not flat. So shit, I don't know. But yeah, Justin, if you want to join, the link's right there in the conversation. But yep, it's been crazy. It's been really cold here at night, and it kind of warms up during the day, so everybody's starting to get sick. Colds and all that shit. The winter stuff. I guess everybody else pretty much is getting hammered with snow and ice and crazy rain and stuff. What is with this camera? It's all blurry. What was that? Let's see, what is this all about? Oh, there you are. There we go, dude. Sorry about that, man.
No. I took time getting in. Yeah. Is it the? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
you. Yeah.
So what's been up?
Nothing much. Just waiting on my grandfather to pass.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Is he in the hospital or hospice?
No. he went with he was my grandmother's third husband.
Mm-hmm.
So he's with his biological daughter.
Oh, okay.
Uh, waiting for the end.
Oh man, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, it happens.
It kind of sucks too when there's those kind of unique family dynamics in that kind of situation.
Yeah. Um, especially since he lived really close to us, and but it's what he wanted. I don't know.
Hmm. That sucks.
It happens. Uh, it's not like I haven't been through this 3 times before.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think of my immediate family. I've lost three as well. My parents and one of my sisters passed away.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Well, I guess if you can go that far, I'd say 4 times before, because my
Mm.
father's also dead. Uh, yeah, it's sad, but we saw it coming,
Yeah.
and he didn't really want to do anything about it.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, it's either get it over with and done, or just hang around in pain.
Well, there. I mean, that's my mom fought cancer for like 10 years, dude, and she got to the point where she was just tired. She was
Hmm.
just tired of fighting, and that's and we were totally respected. Her wishes. If and
Yeah. Um, he got a lump on his neck a couple of days before Christmas, and it was the size of a fist by New Year's.
oh my
So
god,
yeah,
that's
uh,
fast.
yeah.
It's wild.
So
Just how the body.
and there's nothing they can like
Yeah.
they can go in and try and cut it out, but just for a couple of like an extra week.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
like he's so old that his body won't be able to heal.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the treatments for cancer these days are brutal.
Well, they're a lot better than what they used to be.
Well, it's true, but just the process of it all, the chemo and the radiation, just is brutal to the body.
Hmm.
It just smacks the
Well,
hell
it's,
out of
it's
the back.
even the surgical. The older you get, the slower you.
Heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they're worried about most. I think that and not being able to get in because everything is so like small now. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know.
Oh shit,
It's
everything's living in America. I know you're up in Canada, but man, in America, dude, I mean, you can get I know that Canada has a problem with wait times and stuff like that, but shit, man, the
it
states.
depends on where you are.
Oh, okay.
You have those problems in the States too.
Yeah, yeah,
The-
bad, and then we got to pay for it
yeah.
in the states. And I'm telling you, bro, I mean, being sick in America, you're fucked. If you don't have any
Yeah.
money, you're fucked.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you don't
don't get me
got
wrong. A lot of the
insurance or whatever.
hospitals have programs that'll, like,
Hmm.
end up, paying for it for, but maybe like an ER visit or something like that. But like, if it comes to long term, kind of like, let's just say like cancer care, you're not gonna get a free ticket
Yeah.
for that shit.
Uh,
But yeah,
depends on the quality of your coverage, but
if you even have it.
yeah,
If you don't have insurance, shit, you're fucked.
you're fucked. Yeah.
You have to go to the ER, and then like they'll just write you off because they know you can't pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but there's all that insurance game, and all that shit.
And a lot of the prices are hiked up
Oh yeah,
because the banks are doing what amounts to tax fraud.
yep.
So, like, you have insurance, and I was just watching a thing with a lawyer explaining this. Um, where they'll charge you like 90,000, and the insurance company says no, we're only paying 12. So the insurance will pay 12, and then the hospital will write the rest off to the government as
Gotcha.
a loss. So that if you're only getting 12 for it,
Yeah.
and you can pay for all the supplies in 12 and the doctor in 12, what's the rest? It's just tax fraud.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it comes to the person who doesn't have insurance, you're getting the $90,000 bill.
Yep. Well, I know that, by law, this is a recent law. Hospitals are supposed to put all their prices, right, on their
Yeah,
website or whatever the fuck, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it.
yeah.
And whoever I can't remember who the organization that's supposed to enforce that. They're not enforcing it.
Well,
They'll
they
send
never
them
do.
a letter saying you need to do this. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. There's no
There's no fine
penalty.
attached to
There's no
compliance.
penalties or anything like that. So it's just ridiculous. Just another
Yeah.
wasted, oh, it's meant to be good, but there's no following through in it. There's no enforcing it. But anyway.
So the thing you were mentioning with your mouse there,
Mhm.
is it an actual mouse or the trackpad on the
It's
computer?
the trackpad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it just like when I'm pushing it, it like jerks. It's just strange. I don't know why it does
Uh,
that. But it's only on this like again, it's like one of those kind of foldable banquet table things that I'm on, and they're
may,
that plastic, and they're it's kind of warped and stuff, so it's probably just not sitting flat.
yeah, you think it might be an auto stabilizer in the computer if they
Um,
have those? That it's it's messing with the motion of the computer or the
yeah,
desk or whatever. Because I know if you have an optical laser mouse, right, like the standard ones you get these
yeah.
days, they're very sensitive on the material
Oh,
being
okay.
smooth or
Yeah, because this is like a rough,
persistent.
kind of like a graded top.
Yeah, but it wouldn't matter if it's the trackpad.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. How are you doing? Just painting? What
Yeah, I
you
hadn't
painting?
painted. Hadn't been online for a couple days. I thought I'd jump on for a little bit. I know Shadow's got his show tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be over there
Do that.
in
Shadow show.
a couple of hours. 9:30, I think.
Is it 9:30? Like
Well, 9:30 my
for you
time.
guys, yeah, for you guys.
Yeah,
What are you mountain?
no.
What,
What's the
what time zone? You guys.
what's the central one or
Oh, you're central.
no, it's I don't have them memorized.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'd
I'm
have to go.
central. And Shadow's like Pacific, so he's like
It's
2 hours later.
it's 7:39 for me right now. So
Okay, so you're mountain time. Yeah, It's
is it?
6:39 for me.
I don't think it's. I'm looking it up. Time zones.
Does Canada have the same time zones as U.S. or is it different?
Well, it depends on where you are, but yeah,
But they
they're
use
up
the
and
same
down. Yeah,
categories though.
well, everybody uses the same categories. There's only a few countries that shift location of the time zone. I think Australia, just because, like, why would you have one town in a different time zone
That's true.
or something like that? Da, 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 da. Uh, Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, Eastern. Okay.
Yeah, Mountain is the next one over. No, that's Central.
Because you said
I'm in Toronto.
you were at 7 or 6.
It's 7:40 now.
Okay. Yeah, so you're ahead. You're an hour ahead of me. Yeah, so you'd be
You're in
you'd
Central?
be Eastern. Yeah, I'm Central. I'm
Yeah.
an hour back from you.
Yeah. And Shadow's 4:40
Yeah, that's so weird. Isn't that
Pacific.
weird? Just to like
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
think.
Okay, so even like so the territories uh uh because it's showing, but most of the territories are on mountain time.
Oh, okay.
So because we have the provinces and then the territories, which are less regulated and get less services because they're less inhabited.
Lower populate. Yeah,
Well,
they still have representation and stuff, don't they? In your parliament,
uh, limited. Like
really?
they all get I think contiguous representation. Like they all get represented as one group.
Oh, okay.
But like we gave one of the territories provincial status in the 90s. Like so they can get up to that level, but they have to have the population for it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it population based?
Or something like that. I'd have to look up the specific rules, but it's something along those lines, right?
Oh, okay.
But who the fuck wants to live up there, right?
I don't know, man. I bet you that there'd be a lot of people that would go up there. You know, like the.
No, man, no.
No? I mean, you got a bunch of people running off to Alaska and doing that whole
Yeah, no,
thing.
but Alaska's got stuff.
That's
There's
true.
more than ice in Alaska.
Fair.
I'm pretty sure the only people out in most of the territorial regions are miners. Like,
Or military, maybe.
not even that.
Huh?
We got cold places closer. Not taking training. But yeah, the Yukon and the Northwest
Oh, what's up,
territories
buddy?
are all classified under the same mountain territory as Alberta,
Oh,
where
okay.
British Columbia is Pacific.
Jump in, Shadow, if you want to. The link's right there.
Yeah. Shadwell, how you doing?
Did Shadow come up with a topic for tonight?
No, I suggest time zones
There you go.
so he can
The
learn about
madness that is time zones.
them. So he can learn about them.
It'd be a teaching episode.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should do like, like in like television sitcoms, they'll have those like
Ooh, orange chicken.
like what is it? Those what do they call them? Like montage shows where it goes back and it looks at all the highlights of the past seasons or whatever.
You want to do a clip? You want to download all the episodes and clip them together. You help yourself to that, bro.
I think that'd be funny, dude. Like do an edit, some sort of like 2023 clip edit. It could be like that would be a lot of work though.
Yeah. Just the encoding for the video. You know how long it is for YouTube, right?
Yeah.
When you upload a video. And YouTube's got a lot of power to ingest that crap with.
Yeah, I have to admit, YouTube's pretty quick opposed to like I don't know, Rumble's pretty fast too.
Yes, but doing it locally.
Yeah. We watched what did we watch? We watched some stupid ass movies. I watched something called Six Souls. Six Souls.
So Yeah.
Or it's also called Sanctuary, I think.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a kind of like a possession, like a I don't know. It was kind of weird. One of those bummer fucking endings where the bad guy wins and everybody's dead, and it's just like, well, why did I even fucking invest in it? I don't have to have a happy ending, but I mean,
it's better than not having one.
yeah, it's like have a conclusion to the time spent. I'm trying to find that Godzilla -1. I can't.
On Pirate.
I haven't checked Pirate yet. There's a we use like this guy we know. He has this massive server, and
maybe he doesn't have it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks pretty good. It's almost weird World War II because I think it takes place in the late 40s. It's like right after World War II, right? And the Japanese are having to fuck with Godzilla. So I think they're still like Japanese war vets and like, the equipment of the time fighting against Godzilla. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Godzilla. I've never been a Godzilla guy. No.
It's so weird because I mean it's really changed over the years. You have the Godzilla that just destroys, and there's the Godzilla that saves the world from other kaiju, and then kind of a mix of both. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just the giant monster, giant robot.
Yeah.
I only liked that when I was watching Power Rangers. I was like 8, so.
I never watched. Yeah, Power Rangers is a little bit after my time, so
it was right on my time.
Never got into it.
Yeah.
My kid, and then it was kind of before my kids' time, and they weren't ever really into it either.
Oh, your kids were late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah. Because it was late 80s, early 90s, if I remember correctly. 93, maybe? I'd have to look. I don't really care that much, though.
I remember the Pink Power Ranger. She was a cutie, the original.
Yeah.
She was a cutie.
Kimberly.
Didn't one of the Power Rangers just pass away?
I think so.
I think the blue one or the red one. One of the main, I think the main leader guy. I think that's the red one, right? The
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, I am looking it up. Yeah, 93. I was
Orange
right about
chicken.
that.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
So Rumble auto stopped loading your videos, huh? That sucks. I think it's funny because I have I'm on BitChute, right? And BitChute automatically uploads all my YouTube videos, but it's weird. It's like I can't upload anything onto BitChute like organically if it's more than like 30 minutes long. But it'll do like a 4-hour fucking chat from YouTube onto it. It's weird.
I know there was something with the cast that happened.
Oh, they
after,
like
I think,
second
season. No, they got rid of like they switched out one of the Rangers or something like that.
It wasn't the same people throughout the whole time, was it? It kind of kept
changing. They would do a couple of seasons with a group, and then like the name of the show would change. It would be like something Power Rangers.
Oh, that's right.
And then something else Power Rangers.
Super Samurai Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphing or something Power Rangers.
Yeah, that was the original. Amy Jo Johnson's still alive. That's the Pink Ranger.
Yes, she's the cutie.
Yeah.
She's the cutie.
Uh, uh, Austin St. James is still alive. He's the Red Ranger.
Oh,
David Yost. David Yost seems to still be alive. That was the Blue Ranger.
you still see wasn't there another kind of Power Ranger show like it was the same kind of concept, but it was a different thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's pretty ingenious how that Japanese brand, you have the Japanese version of it, and you have like all the fighting scenes. They're masked, so you can use the American actors and the Japanese actors, and then just you film those, the non-fighting scenes in your respective.
Yeah, the
Now,
Japanese company didn't make the money off of that though. Like, they
yeah,
got some, but it was I'm giving up on this figuring out who died. I know one of them died.
that's cool.
I don't really care that much. That's the problem.
Agreed.
Um Saban,
Saban, yeah.
and then they sold it to Disney, then bought it back.
Oh, they bought it back.
I think they bought Power Rangers back. I can't remember.
That's weird. You don't
They
usually
they
see that.
sold their entire catalog and then they bought something back.
Huh.
I
Span
think it
does
was
normal movies too. I think they do like theatrical movies too. I want to say.
yeah. Uh, their problem is they really cheaped out on some things,
Oh yeah.
right? And they were fucking stupid. They screwed over the BattleTech community a lot.
Oh, were they the BattleTech guys?
No, they were the Macross
Oh,
and
Robotech.
Robotech,
Uh, I
and
I remember in the late 80s, there was
yeah,
I guess they canceled Robotech, right? Or
yeah.
something. And then there was a big. I remember because I was working at a comic shop at the time. There was this big like fan movement to try to petition them to bring it back or something like that. And
Well, they ran out of material. They kludged so much together because they never made anything themselves. They just
yeah,
cut frames here and there and put voiceovers on it. So once you run out of the physical material to cut together, what the fuck are you gonna do, right?
you got to produce something new. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the problem with them. Um, the guys for BattleTech licensed some art, and no, it wasn't Sabine. It was Sun. There was a
Oh,
competing company.
Sunbeam or something like that.
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about that made
Yeah,
fucking battle.
G.I. Joe and
Yeah,
yeah, it did a lot of the Saturday morning cartoon kind of things.
they were doing the same thing Sabine was doing, but
Gotcha.
Sabine pioneered that. That's why I was thinking it was them. But you know the company I'm thinking of. I'll just look it up.
I think it's Sunbeam or something like that.
Who made BattleTech? Or not?
Robotech.
Who made Macross? Oh fuck! It's still the wrong name. What was it called again?
Robotech.
Robotech. Who made Robotech? Oh, it's just giving me the Japanese toy company. Oh, and now my fucking fire alarm is going off.
What the hell?
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, man. Don't burn up.
Nah, it's just fucking. I gotta find the damn thing I got the tab opened on.
Yeah. So Shadow Ultraman was pretty cool. It's so funny because like those things were like, kind of like made for kids. And you always have that one kid like, Ultraman, help us. He that got boring really quick. It's just like, can't you just do Ultraman and not have a kid involved in it? Just, I mean, he can save a bunch of kids, that's fine, but like these little snot nosed bratty kids that get into trouble and Ultraman, help us! The bully stole our candy.
Harmony Gold.
Huh. Harmony Gold. I don't remember that.
That was the name of the company.
Company.
They had a sunrise for their logo, I think.
Sunrise. That's it. So Shadow, what's the topic for tonight on your show? Not that we stick to it or anything, but we might, maybe. It could be a free for all. Can't think of anything. High tech armor and body armor, huh? It's like power armor and what is that? Dune armor, the shields, power shields or whatever. I thought that was cool. That Dune one where it's almost like the power field, right? It's like it'll deflect projectiles and energy weapons or whatever, but it can't protect against the slow blade. So then that forces your forces to fight into close combat because the technology prevents certain weaponry to work. But I guess they all didn't have that stuff. It was just kind of like it was like super tech, so it was only given to like, I guess, high value targets or whatever. Because I mean the normal troopers didn't have that, not that I remember. Or at least I guess that would be expensive. So I'm painting werewolves, right? I'm like, shit, man. I need to look at like some examples of how people are painting like wolf men instead of just having like a solid color. They break up because it's they've got like their furry part of their skin, but they don't. But then kind of almost like like your dog, like its underbelly is just skin, but then it's a little bit, it's a different color than the fur part, the hair. Hopefully, just is not burning up. I wonder if Canadian fire is friendlier than American fire. It's more accommodating. So, since I'm painting up werewolves, so in my game, in my Weird World War II, werewolves aren't really controllable. I mean, you do whatever you want, but like the traditional werewolf is just, like in the movies, like, they transform and then they like just do their own thing, right? But again, you can go in and you can like, these are more like probably experimental type of thing where they're like controllable, like as a military weapon, opposed to like just dudes that turn into werewolves because they've been bitten or whatever. Kit Kat, stop. What the fuck? Stop, cat. Fucking cat, man. Her cats are pains in the asses, guys. Pain in the rumparoo. Yeah, I probably do. I've got one black one and then two different kind of brown shades. I'll probably do the black one kind of with like some gray highlights, kind of like a Timberwolf kind of look. But these brown ones, I'm trying to think if I should like make their skin darker or make it lighter or I don't know. Gotta think about it. Man, it's pretty amazing what these guys can, sculpt and stuff. That's what I need. I need to learn how to sculpt my own shit. That'd be cool. Get into those programs. Would you stop, cat? Jeez, she's like ripping up the carpet. Stop. I mean it. Stop. Fuck. Can't have anything nice. These damn cats, man. Pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. So it's kind of, I was bummed out about last night, Shadow. I was hoping we would end up playing, but I hope Bo's doing all right. I know he's just busy trying to acclimate to the new thing. I was thinking, I was going to do a Weird World War II a game with Nerd, the Dust, but I think she's been really busy too. And then with the holidays and shit too. She hasn't really talked about that in a bit. They got the rules. I can send them to you. I mean, it seems like it's a pretty simplistic role playing system. I mean, it's not like we even have to use the Dust role playing rules. We just use whatever rule system we want. So I guess the gaming con, right? Yeah, New Year's pretty hectic. Yeah, it was. Yeah, man, it doesn't have to be. It's just fun to hang out, do some role playings. So has your? I hear that. I can't remember who. I can't remember. I heard Mythic Games. I know you do some crowdfunders, but I can't remember who you were doing. But I guess I watched the video where I guess Mythic Games is like imploding. They like it's like the third time for them to ask for more money to ship them, and you only have like 30 days to comply, or you're gonna get whatever. I'm like, dude, Mythic, you can go fuck yourself. Seriously, bunch of assholes to just do that to the folks. Man, fuck you guys. That's ridiculous. You know what? Go get a bank loan. Okay, these people already gave you a bunch of money to give you whatever you fucking promised them, and you're asking for more. Go fuck yourself. You go get a bank loan. Go satisfy all these. Go satisfy all your promises. You you don't go back and keep saying, give us more money, give us more money. You go fuck yourself. That's ridiculous. And people, if you're backing that kind of shit, don't. That's not the norm. Do not let them do that to you. It's ridiculous. It's just I don't understand. I mean, I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't understand. It's that strange gaming culture where it's like a lot of these people just let themselves be abused by these companies. You know? And it's just I don't know if it's it's some sort of I don't know what it is, man, but it's like, guys, these people are fucking you. And listen, even if they made mistakes, that's fine. That's fine. But if you're talking, two or three, the second or third time to ask for more money just to get it to you, right? And you've already paid them the money that they asked for originally, right? That's on them, man. It is not on the get a fucking bank loan, Mythic. You obviously can't, you're not trustworthy. And they're like, oh, you don't know anything about well, you know what? I sure as hell am a customer, and I sure as hell ain't going to buy from somebody who keeps asking me, they charge one price, and then they keep asking for more money. Go fuck yourself. Piece of shit. But the problem is there's so many people that are just okay with that. It's just I cannot understand it. You guys should be fucking pissed, like beyond. But it's just like it's gotten to the point where this is just the norm for these crowdfunders. I'm like, no, guys, it's not the fucking norm. Stop thinking like that. I don't know what it is. It's like some Stockholm syndrome kind of shit. It's so weird. Ugh, it's maddening. A deal is a deal. That's right. There's unforeseen. That's the, they keep saying that they always revert back to like, well, this is an investment. It's not a purchase or whatever the fuck. And, there's risk involved. Okay, I get that. But you know what? There's risk also involved in the company side, right? If you promise a product, you sell it at a certain cost and you start to lose money, you still have to fucking, guarantee that cost that you already fucking sold it to. That's the risk is on the company. That's your fucking fault. It's not the people's fault. It's ridiculous. Ugh, madness. So you didn't burn up. That's good, dude.
No. Just fucking alarm goes off every now and then. Somebody's smoking on the stairs or something. Some punk kid.
Damn punk kid.
Snuck into the laundry room and lit up a reefer, probably.
The damn reefer madness taking hold. We were talking about when you were gone. We were talking about how like right now, I think Mythic Games is imploding. It's like the third time they've asked for the Kickstarter guys to give them more money to ship it to them and all that shit. And I'm like, fuck them.
Isn't that the company that underpriced a Kickstarter? So they threw another Kickstarter to fund the previous one.
Well, you know what? I think that is that what's happening now is that's the status quo now. You have these companies who say, okay, I'm going to make this game and I need this much, right? And then they realize, oh shit, we don't have enough money. So we're going to start a Kickstarter for a new game. And then all that money for that game gets thrown into the old game to try to finish funding it. And then they'll just do it like it just perpetuates itself. It's just, but
if you come into that situation with your initial game, yeah, you can cleverly do that by making a smaller game. If it takes off.
Yeah, but what if it doesn't take off? Yeah.
But if you've already got a following.
But that's the problem, man. It's like these companies, for whatever reason, be it bad management, whatever it might be, because I know Kickstarter has all this risk involved and all that stuff. I understand that, but there's also risk in the company side, right? And there's times when like they need to satisfy the deals that they made with these fans, right? And instead of asking for fucking more money, they might just need to buck up and get a fucking bank loan. You know what I mean? And satisfy what they did for these people, and then they can move on to the next thing if they can.
Yeah, and the next thing, a percentage of that is taken from your profits and put towards the loan.
Exactly. So it's like, but to just sit there and just to think, but this is what's sickening is that they think they can just keep doing that over and over, and people will, pay them more money. But the fucking people do. That's what I don't understand. Do not understand that. Oh, hey Justin, we need another $50 to send you this stuff that you already paid $250 for.
Yeah.
Then you're like, well, fuck, okay. Oh, Justin, we need another $50 on top of that $50 to send it to you.
Well, that was with the like I've only ever backed 2 Kickstarters, right? And one of them I got because it was just digital files, and they're still sending me like updates on that all the fucking time. That was Hexen Hills.
Okay.
And the other one was like an independent artist guy.
You told me about that guy with the minis that you liked.
Yeah.
And he just kind of.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, okay, you give us the sob story that your brother died or whatever. This was back during like 2016, 2017, right? And then we see you out spending money on fucking leftist bullshit. Like, because you're on Facebook or whatever. So you got the money, right? And you show everyone pictures of the miniatures. And it's like your problem is packaging and postage. And it's like nobody cares about a fancy package. You're an independent guy. Just send us the goddamn miniatures.
Yeah, if he has the miniatures already, what's the fucking problem?
Because he had them produced in China or whatever. Like he had them sculpted and all that. It was like 5 figures or whatever, right? Like a Roman looking dude on a bear, a wood elf, a dwarf, and there were a couple others. I don't remember what they were. But I think it might have just been the 3. I think I just backed for the basic 3, right?
It's almost like he could have just said, look, send a self-addressed box to this address and I'll ship it to you. You know what I mean? You send a box within a box to him, and then he could just throw the minis in there, and you've already paid for the shipping back. So fuck it. You could do something like that.
Well, everybody was like yelling at him for 6 months to do that. Like, just go down to FedEx and get a fucking bunch of boxes that are like one price global shipping.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And we'll send you that amount. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And you see him off of fucking, like, the cost of a goddamn rave ticket or whatever would have sent half the fucking minis out.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's just, and again, I mean, this isn't the. I don't think this is the norm, but it sure as hell sounds like it happens quite a bit. So I don't know.
Well, it's the case of negativity always rising to the top of the rumor pile.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's just douchey, dude. In good faith, these people gave you money, and it doesn't take much to get it to you. You know what I mean? In your situation, especially. But again, I mean, if you have to go get a fucking bank loan, then do it. You've already promised these people this product, and just because you fucked up doesn't mean that they have to fucking suffer for it. You need to just, guarantee that, that contract that you had, a verbal contract or whatever the fuck it was.
Even the people were offering to pay the shipping.
Yeah.
Like he showed a picture of the fucking box full of the miniatures, so he had them.
Yeah.
It was literally just putting them in some fucking bubble wrap, shoving them in a box, and saying go.
That's weird.
It's not like it was a little bit of money. I think it was like $50 or $60. I spent all the fucking. I don't know about you, but $50. I'd rather have that for other stuff. Like it's not a little bit of money.
No,
It's not a
it's not.
lot,
Any
but it's
money.
not a little bit.
Look, any money is money. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people have to. You got to make that money. It doesn't just. So just to think that it was only $20, you can fuck you. No, that's my
No,
$20. Give me my fucking.
that's like at that time that was a fucking hour and a quarter's labor.
Yeah. Shit. And that's another thing. It's like I know that I've seen like I've been in a situation where I ordered something, right, and it's completely fucking wrong. And I go, look, this is, I want to go back and say, look, this is fucking wrong. But Mel's like, no, don't do it. Come on, I'm like, no, it's not what I fucking ordered.
Yeah.
I don't fucking want it. Just take it. Don't make a scene. I'm like, fuck that.
No, I ordered a toasted tomato sandwich. This is a piece of apple pie.
That's
I
right.
like apple
Exactly.
pie, but it's not a toasted tomato sandwich.
It's not what I fucking ordered.
I will gladly pay for a piece of apple pie when I'm done my toasted tomato.
Exactly. Not what I wanted. Oh, man, it's just.
Excuse me, miss. Can you put this in the fridge and give me my order? I'll be back for that later. That happened to me, man. I went to a show with my brother once, and we decided to get a fucking dessert at a cafe nearby, like literally a piece of pie, because we weren't really hungry, but it was a night out. And the fucking waitress brings me a bill for freaking rigatoni or some fucking shit like that. I was like, what that? I did not order a pasta dish. Why are you bringing me a bill for a pasta dish? Like,
did she fight you on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
She was like, oh yeah, I remember. Sorry for the wrong bill. It's like, yeah, you get stiffed on someone else's bill because they're only paying for a piece of pie.
Jeez.
Yeah. Shadow, those tomato sandwiches pretty good.
Hell yeah, they are. Mel makes those. Those are good.
You gotta be heavy with the mayo and put a little pepper on there. Optional bacon. I don't know if you
That
make
becomes
them
a
any
BLT
different.
though, doesn't it? Baconless tomato.
If there's no lettuce.
Well, that's true. If there's no lettuce.
I don't know. Do you make them any different than that? Mayo,
No,
little pepper, optional bacon.
that's shit. It's whatever Mel puts in front of my face, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll just fucking eat. It's so funny because when I
am
stuff,
also that way.
I mean, yeah, it's like when I make food, Mel's like so fucking picky. But when she makes food, I'm just like, baby, I'm gonna eat whatever you fucking put in front of me, so I'm good. I might not want that, but that's what I'm gonna eat.
Shadow, it's a BLT without the lettuce and without the bacon. The bacon is optional on a toasted tomato sandwich, and it's got to be toasted.
Yeah,
heavily toasted. Not
in
like
fact,
gold.
I like all my sandwiches toasted if I can get them that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's good shit.
Oh.
That's I know, like Subway, you can toast any of their sandwiches now. That's good stuff. Subway's expensive though now. Jeez. Hell, everything's expensive now. What am I talking about?
Well, yeah, you used to get the $5 foot long, and now you can't get a fucking
$5 and shit. I don't even know if
half a foot.
I don't even think a 6 inch is even a
$5
$7.50
or something.
Yeah.
Like that. It's only
I
a
know.
buck more for the the other half of the sub or something like that. Like I priced it out one day. Literally, some of them it was like $1.50 more for the other half a sub.
Like who the fuck is coming up with these prices?
Mhm.
That's like when you go to like the grocery store, you'll go down down the chip aisle, right? And there'll be a thing of chips there for, like $2.50, right?
Yeah,
And then you go up to you're checking out, and then just a small little pack
it's
of
also
chips.
$2.50.
Yeah, it's like $2.50. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what's called a impulse buy. That's
Yeah.
all that stuff by the aisle are impulse buys. You're not really thinking about it. You're just like,
Yeah, it's like you can get a 2 liter of store brand soda for like $1. But if you go up to the front and get 24 ounce or whatever, it's like $2.50 or $2 or some shit. I'm like, it's fucking madness.
uh, the 6 packs of
Cans.
yeah. We get the bottles here that are store sold only, but they sell them at the grocery store for 6. And they're like 720 milliliters,
Biden
710 milliliters.
I don't know if Biden has anything to do with it. I think it's just fucking you're saying it's
No,
like impulse pie shit. It's just like
impulse buy has been around for longer than
forever.
I've been alive,
But
man.
and that's another thing. It's like, you know, the health of America and the health of the world, whatever the fuck, right? And it's like, I agree, but have you ever tried to eat good? My son he's got celiac, right?
Oh,
He can't have, and he's diabetic.
yeah.
So we gotta buy like crazy food, and that's not cheap. So it's like, the
Yeah.
reason why poor people are fat or unhealthy is because the only fucking food they can afford is bad food.
That, and you're not taught how to shop or cook
Yeah.
like anymore. Because when I was in Katimovic, which was a program we had here, like a volunteer program the government did. It's where I met Trudeau. Uh, I actually met him.
If you
Um,
only knew.
yeah. Well, he was pro gun and all kinds of shit back then.
Well, it was probably advantageous for him at the time.
Yeah. Well, he was just stepping into politics. Um, but when we were in that program, we lived in a group of nine youths, people between 17 and 20. Um, and there was one counselor, and we would move to a house, live there for 3 months, then another house in another province, and then another one, and the program was over. But when we were living there, we weren't allowed to buy any processed goods at all, except mustard. And mustard was an exception they made a few years before I was in the program.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanted bread, you could get the flour, but
You had to make it?
you had to bake it yourself.
Wow. That's is
Yeah.
that just try to foster like self-reliance or something?
Yeah, that was the program was all about self-reliance and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
we did a tour. We did like an actual tour of a grocery store
Uh-huh.
because they all run on standard plans.
Yeah.
Like grocery stores in North America are all based on the same standardized plan. Like every single one of them. So
Yeah, I can see that.
all the goods, right, on the outside, like touching the walls, are the ones that are healthy for you. And
Oh.
then you get one aisle will be grains. It'll usually be the second or third aisle right after baked goods, like processed baked goods.
Uh-huh.
And that will be at one side, and there will be like an actual fresh baked goods at the other end
Bakery, yeah.
consistently. Right? Like if there's a bakery, it'll be there, but there'll be the plastic containers with the tongs and the buns
Yeah.
and Kaisers and shit like that. That'll be at one end, and then the baked, like the tray of muffins and Pop-Tarts and not
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts, but you know what I mean, like the
Yeah. The fresh
yeah.
made stuff or whatever.
No, not the fresh mate. The opposite end
Oh, the
will
opposite.
be
Okay.
like the opposite end will be like the the industrial muffins, you know,
Yeah.
where you get the 6-pack
Yeah, the
and
processed
then yeah,
packaged whatever. Yeah.
and they got the like the tape cover thing and
Yeah.
or the sugar cookies that come in a tray of 12.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then the next aisle over will always be flour, coffee, herbs, that kind of stuff. The next one over. But if you know, you go into a grocery store next time you're there with a piece of paper and a pencil and just kind of write
Yeah, I
down
know
what
what you're talking about. I agree. I've seen
yeah,
that. They're all basically staged the same way.
unless they have um unless they have a butcher or something, and then those will always be slot into the same locations.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you know how to navigate that, you know what aisles to never go down.
It's not like you're gonna get ambushed or something, but yeah, I
No,
get
treat it like you're gonna get fucking ambushed because they product place things to be psychological, right?
yeah.
So treat it
Like
like that.
the premium, like the name brand stuff's always eyesight, and the cheaper stuff is like towards the bottom
Yes,
of
but
the aisles or whatever.
it's even like if you're never buying the can of ravioli, that's money you spend on
Something else.
the surface wall stuff. That's the healthier stuff. Or
Yeah.
like even if you start baking the bread yourself, it's going to be healthier bread. It will last longer. It will taste better once you get into doing it regularly. You can make it like 4 or 5 loaves in a day and just freeze them,
Yeah.
and they
Bread
come out
freezes real easy, and it defrosts real fast too.
and it comes out like always tasting good.
Yeah.
Unless you leave it in there for 4 weeks, a month,
It'll be pretty fresh.
it will be fresh. And the only reason why it's not fresh is because it's freezer burnt. And if you're
Yeah.
eating bread every day, like if you're a bread eater or you got a large household, trust me, we ate a lot with fucking 9 young adult, fucking late teens in a house. But yeah, that stuff will you'll save money. You'll eat healthier
Yeah.
just by doing that. But of course, those numbers are old. I assume they're still structurally the same. But you think you're getting more by buying the canned shit, but it
Yeah.
adds up, and you end up eating more of it because of the way it's designed.
Yeah.
So, like eating the other way, you have smaller portions that fill you more.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Man, I love myself some ravioli, man.
That's some good
Fucking
shit.
Chef Boyardee, man. I get that stuff all the time.
Mel eats a
It
lot
is
of that
not
stuff.
good for you, and
Yeah.
you eat more of it for less less caloric intake.
Yeah. I don't really eat that stuff. Mel eats a lot of ramen and a lot of that kind of stuff.
That stuff too. And it's like still you half that and replace it with a fucking egg or something.
I really like salads. I really enjoy a salad, but man, they're so expensive. I mean, I guess I can make my own salad, chop up the whatever.
Yeah.
But
And there's a lot of that stuff that if you have like we didn't have time in any location to grow anything when I was in that program, and I fell out of that when I came home. But a lot of that stuff, like that green stuff, especially the smaller leaf plants, you can grow them like in your apartment.
really,
Yeah, not the lettuce. The lettuce you might have to set up like a corner of a room or something for, but or a balcony. But there are a lot of smaller plants that are. I call them the chia family of plants because you can pretty much set them up to grow like chia plants.
That's funny.
And chia does offer a lot of those.
Do they really?
Yeah, a lot of the like the common chia plant is Brussels sprouts,
Yeah.
but they have a package for herbs and spices as well.
Well, that's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you keep a small pair of scissors nearby, and you just chop it off and throw it in your pot.
Yeah, we Mel grows some of that stuff
Yeah.
in the house. Just yeah. Usually like it's like herbs and stuff like that. Herbs.
Well, that's another thing, Shadow. You mentioned chili. Instead of buying the canned chili, just make a fucking huge ass pot, and
Yeah.
if you get the single portion Tupperware containers, right? You can portion like eat a hearty chili meal with your family, and then portion the rest out into single servings
For the week.
for the month or the week. Like I'm assuming you're not eating it every day, right? So you have it like every Tuesday for lunch or whatever.
That's like I love like fresh stew, like a big hearty stew with chunks
Oh,
of
an Irish
meat.
stew.
Yeah, just all sorts of
Yeah.
veggies in there. That's some good shit right there.
You gotta get the hardiest, toughest piece of meat you've got you can find, and just put it in the slow cooker for 3 days,
Yeah, it just falls
so
apart.
it becomes like paste when you chew
Yeah,
on it.
it's great.
That's the trick with that, right? Is
Yeah,
you get the cheapest piece of meat you can and just leave it for a long period of time.
just flavors everything.
Yeah, just let it soaking in some fucking water in a slow cooker for a couple of days before you start cooking your before you even start cooking the stew.
Yeah. Well, that's like what is it the ham bone where you just
Yeah.
drop that bone in some water and just make a soup out of it and stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's good
Yeah.
stuff. So how's the painting coming? Our all home cook was thinking about having a prepper larder for big emergencies.
Yeah, but canned goods aren't. You want prepper. You want a fucking chicken and a hen, man.
Yeah. Can your neighborhood have poultry, Shadow? I know some communities, some urban communities here in Texas will allow a certain amount of poultry, like on your property. But like I think there's limitations. Like a
Yeah.
lot of times it cannot be a rooster because of the noise. If you're in like an urban area.
Mhm.
But you can have like a couple chicken or a couple female chickens and stuff like that. Maybe a duck or two, something like that. I love canned chicken, but man, I'm like, if you're talking about canning your own chicken, that's great. But if you buying canned chicken is outrageously expensive. I mean, it
I've
is
never done it.
fucking outrageous, and it's just salted so fucking heavy too, man.
Yeah.
Good lord.
I'll take your word for it. I've never had canned chicken.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool to have that round sometimes. Like if you're eating some ramen or something, you can just throw a can of chicken in there to add to it or something. It up.
I like sardines or
Oh, do you like sardines?
yeah, I like
My
sardines.
my son
The trick is
loves that
to
shit.
the trick is to eat them in small portions.
Yeah.
You don't gouge out the whole can and put it on a cracker. Half a fish.
It just tastes like salt to me. Doesn't even
Yeah.
taste like
No,
anything
it's
but
got
salt.
a subtle other flavor to it. I like anchovies, but the fucking pizza places don't have them anymore up here. They
Oh, really?
stopped about 6 months ago.
Huh.
I love a good
Trying to think.
fucking
I don't
anchovy
think.
pizza, man.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's many pizza joints around here that do anchovy. But I don't eat a lot of pizza, so I don't know. To
Uh,
be honest with you.
fucking 3 times a week, bro. That's a slow week.
Yeah, so Mel used to raise chickens, man, and she loved it, man. She just tons of eggs and
You can't do
slaughter
that.
one every once in a while. And
You can't do that in your place.
I mean, not here, not where we're at, but there's areas where you can.
Yeah.
A lot of it's funny because we're getting a lot of transplants from like
12 bucks.
California and New York from the coasts, right?
Yeah.
And they're coming to the cities and they're starting to they're starting to slowly convert Texas into their fucking failed states. And a
Yeah.
lot of the old traditional ways that how we used to live, like have a couple chickens in your yard, a duck or something.
Yeah.
Um, they're phasing that shit out because they can't be bothered with that kind of nuisance in their neighborhoods. So, and then when they ruin
Oh,
the state, they'll just go to the next state.
well, there's only so many. I was watching. They got that new Civil War movie coming out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and I was watching one of these fucking conservatard shows talking about it, and they were acting like, okay, so in the clip in the preview, it's obviously from the remnant government talking about the two breakaway states of Texas and California and the various states that went with them, right? And
yeah,
it just shows them as both being the breakaway territories. Because if you're the remnant government, why the fuck would you care that they have different opinions from each other? They're both rebels, right?
yeah, yeah.
And the hosts were too dense to realize this, even though it's clearly stated in the fucking clip.
It's funny because
Uh,
I don't know much about that show, but I do know that in the story, Texas and California have like teamed up or some shit.
no, they've done the opposite.
Oh, okay,
But
their own country's broken away. Okay,
and there's a bunch of other states that joined
joined with them.
those two different territories, right?
Gotcha. Okay,
But because the clip that you're seeing is from the perspective of the old government, it just shows them as being blue,
gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. That makes more
because
sense.
they're the rebel territories. Like it would be blue you would select. It would be a blue government that they'd be fucking leaving. Oh,
Well, there's I could see. I mean, Texas has one of the most vibrant economies on the planet, and I could see them breaking away. And like, it won't be easy. Don't get me wrong, because that
yeah,
U.S. federal money is a big powerhouse, but um, it would do a lot better than most of the states. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Well, a lot of those, like, because it shows California and Texas in blue, and then a bunch of other states in gray, and then, like a bunch of those states are with Texas, and a bunch of the other ones are with California.
Gotcha.
And if you listen to the way they're using the verbiage, you can tell that they're separate entities,
Oh, okay.
right? Because it refers to the California Republic, or the California something or another of the whatever, and then the Texas Republic of the Lone Star or whatever.
Gotcha.
That kind of stuff. But you don't name them differently if they're the same fucking entity, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But I could see them teaming up in the guise is that they're against the old country.
Yes, I could
Yeah,
see
but they're
that.
yeah, but they're not like
The
they're
same
not
entity.
they're not the same. They don't back each other per
Yeah.
se, like policies and politics and whatnot.
They've agreed to separate from each other and the
They
federal
recognize
government.
themselves as their own independent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say that California could do its own thing, but I don't know. I don't think It would have to drastically change its way of doing things for that to happen.
It's bleeding heart.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
not be the entitlement state that it is. It could not do that because it just couldn't maintain itself.
It would have to go back to at least 15 years ago.
Oh shit!
Uh,
At least
at least.
I'm even talking about maybe 70s,
Mm.
maybe even fucking 50s.
Yeah, I said at least, man. I was being generous.
Shit. I'd say, man,
I think 15 years ago, if there was a separation, it could have righted its ship on its own. But I don't think the people that are in
there,
charge now,
yeah,
and I think the people coming up after have been groomed so heavily that
to
they'll
maintain
just
the status quo. Yeah.
are more, they're more ideologically, so they'll push more ideological. Man, national divorce for you guys, Shadow, would be a fucking bloodbath.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do not see America surviving as it is. I really don't. Like in the long
It
run,
can't.
it just it can't. It's too divergent. There's too much us versus them, and it's just too radical. I mean, like New York and Texas are nothing alike, and just how they want to live and how they want to be per se. And it's just to all of us, and unfortunately you got the larger states speaking for the smaller states and almost everything.
Yeah.
And there's that animosity that builds because of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your system's specifically designed so that wouldn't happen, but
Yeah, but it didn't quite work that way.
well,
But
we
no,
have the same problem.
yeah, the government changes. It changes the way things should be and the way they need it to be to stay in power or to keep doing their bullshit. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
It just seems like how old's like Canada, dude? Like it's several hundred years,
It's
couple
a
hundred.
hard question to answer. Technically, 60 something, not
That's it.
1960 something. Yeah, technically, it varies. Depends on like when were we confederated, right? Opposed to when we got our charter, opposed to when we, you know,
Well, that's true. I
that
guess.
there's a lot of different dates you can throw out, like
Well, let's say America. America's several hundred years old, and
yeah,
that's 200 years of like political discourse and disagreement and fucking even conflict and whatever, right? But it just doesn't seem like it's in the past. It doesn't seem like it's gotten down to this level of like taking people off of ballots and like just letting just the level of like fucking douchery. But maybe
well,
I'm wrong. I mean, it's just a different way.
it's always been there. It's just been more civil for the
Yeah, that's
last few years, but and then you get well up until recently, the last few decades, but there was a lot more harmony going on since the 60s politically, but you could call out the other side for their bullshit and they would listen to you
yeah.
and accept that, or they would do more to suppress the retards, like even though that there were severely bad things just accepted, like affirmative action and shit like that. That shit should have never been allowed through.
I mean,
Uh,
I just don't understand how it's like people can just be so blinded on just the hypocrisy of like these
yeah,
statements, like affirmative action. That in itself is like, I mean, I understand that you want everybody to have the ability to go to college and
yeah.
not be whatever. I get that. Okay, and that's a noble goal. There should be no, but what happens is they just enforce the racial stereotype or the racialness of it, saying like, oh, we want everyone to be equal, but we don't in case you're this color or this ethnicity, whatever the fuck it is. And it's just like that's hypocrisy. It's not equality. You're showing favored classes again. And I just, and of course, and then the recourse to that will say like, well, you're white with white privilege, and you've never had to blah blah. I'm like, look, I never owned a fucking slave.
Bullshit.
I've never been given anything because of my fucking skin and my color. Well, it's just inherited. I'm like, okay, you're gonna come back.
So right now you're racially oppressing me. Yeah. But you know what racism towards white people's called, right?
Oh, that's not racism. That's impossible.
No, you know what it's called, right? Just ask me what it's called.
Is that reverse racism or some shit?
Anti-racism. Whenever you hear someone say they're an anti-racism, you know they hate whitey.
Like, you know, I want true equality. I want everyone to be truly equal in the same playing field when it comes to certain things.
I say that under the law and such.
Yeah, under the law.
But, you know, like, you're never going to have it because there are just differences between the races. There's no exceptions to that. But, you know, it's the sheer fact is, you know, if I'm building a building and a black architect comes in, I'm going to ask myself first and foremost, how much was this person passed because of their race and not because of their understanding of the subject matter?
Yeah.
So, and it's been proven not too long ago, you guys had a bridge collapse because the person was a diversity hire. And
I mean, you know, and that's the thing. Ultimately, it's just I want the best persons for the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all I want. I don't give a fuck. I want the best person for be a guy, girl, whatever in between. I don't give a fuck what they're. Yeah. If they can design some structure.
Well, it doesn't matter the subject matter, right? Like I just pulled up architecture because I remember seeing that thing as an example. You'd have to go look it up because I don't remember.
No, I know what you mean.
But still, it's like that question is even in my mind because that's there. Right? It sucks. No, but, you know. Yeah.
And then even not even with that, you can even say like if the engineer has like the name of the company on it, and you're like, hey, did you start up this company? Oh, my dad did. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Is he really a good engineer or is he just a fucking nepotism thing?
At that point it becomes who else do you have working here? Yeah, because usually once you're that much, you're hiring other people to do the actual stuff. But yeah, you always got to pay attention to who's actually doing the work, right? There was something I was just thinking of. I've spaced on it. Whatever. But that goes back to our discussion before my fire alarm went off, or the building's fire alarm went off, with who's actually doing the work with Sabine and Harmony Gold. Some freaking Japanese animator. And not those actual. Yeah. They're just kind of kludging it together and hoping it works.
I mean, shit. If you get a good editor, man, you can do that for a while. As long as there's that subject matter, you can just, if there's a good editor, you might not even have to do any reshoots.
But if you've actually watched any of those animes, which are hard to get in English because of fucking Harmony Gold, especially with the ones that were edited together for Robotech. I spaced on the name of it again. I really did not like Robotech.
You know, I was into it until the whole fucking like Lin Minmay, she sings and the Zentradi are enraptured by her, and they all just like, oh wow, let's start. Just like, what the fuck? I'm done.
Yeah, like that was a B plot in, I want to say, Oh fuck, I can't remember the name of it. It's like not Trigun, but Long Star or something like that. It's one of the smaller ones. Uh, but yeah, it's like fuck, man, because there are like 4 or 5 different cartoons that were edited together to make that thing.
It was just, I mean, and it just seemed, I mean, I don't know why they even went down that path. It was cool if it just stayed, militaristic. They're fighting against this Zentradi. They're an alien. They just want to destroy the Earth, blah, 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 blah. But no, they
Well, I'll tell you why. They were running out of material, and they bought another cartoon to try and shove in there.
and to work in that
to extend the length of the series.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. If I'm not totally off the mark on how I understand it.
We should get the crafty gamer. That's what he does on his channel is Robotech.
Yeah.
What he has to say about all that.
But I don't think he actually knows much about the history. He just reads the books.
Yeah.
I
mean, they had some cool like vehicles and shit, like space battles and stuff are cool and that kind of stuff. But I thought the story was the ZF the SDF-1 and SDF-2. That's I think I want to say that's in Ontario. That's like in their world. It's in Canada.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Ontario's pretty big, bro. We can fit Texas in here like 2.5 times or some shit like that.
Really? But not the city. I'm talking about the city, dude.
What city? Ontario's not a city. It's a province.
Oh well, that's true. What's the big city? Toronto. Toronto, yeah.
That's where I am. That's what the fire guy said anyway.
Welcome to your fire. You're in Toronto, Canada.
Well, he's like, this Toronto Fire Services here. You start using the elevators again.
So, are you in like an apartment building, or?
Yeah, but I'm on the ground floor. Well, ground floors. My living room and kitchen are on like walk up, and then there's a staircase to the bedrooms and the bathroom.
Oh wow! So you got 2-story.
Yeah, and then
you have like an internal speaker system that goes to all the apartments.
Yeah, it's in the hallway, just by the stairwell.
Oh, okay. Never heard that before.
It's just for the fire alarm. The fire alarm pumps through, and then when they shut it off or do announcements, they can go to the control room by the main doors and tell everyone it's over. Yeah, that became like that's a North American thing. If your buildings have been upgraded in the last decade, they have that system.
Do they? Okay. Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, I've never lived in like a apartment building type situation. So,
this building technically has 14 floors.
Oh wow!
It says 15 though. No 13, right?
No 13. Yeah, you got to skip the 13.
No.
I don't really see that anymore. I mean, I know they were doing that for a little while, but the last big building I was in, there was a 13th floor.
Yeah, I think they stopped around the 90s or something like that. Most places. Or whoever the architect is. Yeah. Whoever's superstitious.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
But again,
it's not even superstition. It was like legal finagling in New York.
Oh, was it?
You couldn't build a 13th floor, and that was like you weren't supposed to build anything higher than 13 floors. But the architects would just skip the 13th floor, and
so well, technically, we don't have a 13th floor.
We have a 14th and a 15th. It says right there.
We got 12th and a fucking 14th. So shut up.
Yeah.
I remember, like in New York, they had banned pinball machines for a really long time.
Yeah, the movie wasn't that bad.
Yeah, saying they were like some sort of like, detriment to youth or some shit.
Well, they tried treating them like gambling machines. It was part of the Prohibition era thing. They just kind of held over because a lot of the early pinball machines were actually chance, and the early ones didn't have like the flappers, so it was literally just what you pulled and random shit would hit.
Gotcha.
So, and some
Like a
places would have,
pachinko machine, kind of.
yeah. Uh,
Just stupid shit.
yeah.
The Cyclones were epic. It was to get girls watching the show. Shit, whatever. You know,
I don't know
swear
about
to
that,
God,
man.
that is the biggest bullshit. Whenever you see that line come from like producers and say, "Oh, we want to expand to include," that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. That's just some
And
girl.
it's even
Because
worse when they actually start believing it.
yeah, it's
Like
like
the fucking producers or whatever start believing that bullshit because they start destroying property.
well, it's like the whole Marvel thing. I'm sure
Yeah,
most
or Star Wars.
superheroes. Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm not saying that girls don't watch it, but I'm just saying majority of them don't. But to like alter the whole thing to include more feminine,
It's not even that.
what?
It's when you buy a property like Disney did, Star Wars,
Just change it. Yeah.
to start producing male related products, and then you destroy the property to bring in more girls. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you literally bought a property to attract a male audience, and now you're destroying the property for your pre-existing audience. It's like, are
Yeah,
you retarded?
they are. Mel was a huge Disney fan, right, growing up,
Yeah,
but she hates it now. She's like just
yeah.
bummed.
Well, they hate you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just that simple. They hate you.
But it's like are they they're catering to like an audience that's so small that could never carry that brand by itself
Or any brand.
or any
Well,
brand. Yeah.
it's like I was watching one of those because I've been migrating my YouTube over to Brave
Brave?
from the Brave browser I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, over to Brave from Edge because of the ad blocker thing. Brave has really good built-in ad blockers.
Oh, okay.
I'm on it right now. But the I don't have my channel. Like I have a channel blocker plugin for YouTube.
Hmm.
We were playing with the plugins when we were setting up this thing
Yeah.
for you. You can get one for blocking channels on YouTube, and it adds a little X in front of their username,
Oh, okay.
and you click it, and that channel just won't come in your feed anymore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it's specific to the browser, right? So all the ones I
Okay.
have blocked on Edge aren't blocked on Brave, and one of those fucking everything is doom and gloom in Marvel and Star Wars channels popped up, and I was watching that, and I totally forgot what I was thinking about. Fuck, what were we talking about?
Brands.
Brands, yes, and then fuck, I shouldn't have gone on the tangent.
You lost it.
But yeah, I'll think of it. They were talking about Star Wars. Oh fuck! I totally forgot. It was super relevant. Whatever. If you don't have one of those channel blockers, I recommend you get one.
Yeah, that sounds good. Because I get a bunch of bullshit online.
Oh yeah, like the Ben Shapiro's and the Nerdrotics and the.
I actually kind of like Nerdrotic. That's about the only one that I watch that's like, going crazy about the movie. Or actually, the Critical Drinker. Is that who?
Critical Drinker.
He's pretty fun. He's fun to listen to. But other than that, like the other guys, they're just like way out there. And all they doing is reading articles.
Yeah.
Someone else writes. I mean, it's not like.
Well, if you're giving opinion on what's being talked about, that's okay.
But yeah, like some of these guys, all they do is literally just read a fucking article from somewhere and talk about it.
Give me a minute.
Is that your phone?
Oh, there it is. It's telling me to get ready. Shadow's gonna go live soon. He already sent me the link for a show like earlier.
That's the shadow alarm. The shadow.
I have
his
everything set to an
music.
alarm. No, that's just my general alarm sound. It's annoying enough to wake me up.
All right, man. Well, if he's about to go on, is he about to go on?
I think a half hour. He used to start at 9. When I said it, or 10 after, or something like that.
Well, guys, we'll go ahead and shut down because we want to go support Shadow. If you guys want to talk about some cool sci-fi armor and
we've got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I need to take it. I need to go to the bathroom before we get into the shadow zone. But yeah, you guys all swing over to.
I did that when the fire alarm went off.
Swing over to Shadow and Son. Great show.
Yeah.
And we'll be over there. Me and Justin will be over there with a couple of the crazy characters that we hang out with.
And maybe I'll remember what the point was I was getting to earlier.
Just bring it up over there.
Yeah,
all right, Justin. Thanks for swinging by, brother.
Party on, man. Party on.
All right, guys. Whatever you do, keep it weird. Let's see.